many corners by my house, I try to slide, you gon' get lost. Then pretty soon you gon' be found right by the detectives once they come to get you. And by the time that they make it, I'm out of state, I've been on my money mission. I heard y'all wanna leave me missing, so let's get it. I'm strapped and ready for everybody who want a piece of mine. Oh, listening to my music, she think I'm weak, let me get a little piece of mine. She says clear as day, Mook, I know you still got a few feelings for your ex. I said you right, ho, but you was never gon' get that chance for you to be next, bitch. It ain't no secret, my Britney think I'm creeping.
Oh, go ahead, Cam. You do be honest.
I'm gonna do the introduction to this man right here. Really, he don't need no introduction, but for real.
Yeah, got to one time. Yeah.
My proud father, Mr. Toadman himself, James Gause.
Hey, what up, fellas? What's up?
What's going on, big
Thank
dog?
you for the invite, man. Having me on today.
Yes, sir.
See if I can enlighten you a little bit on some old school stuff.
Good. See, that's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm trying to, you feel me? Got to teach the youth, man. A lot of them lost.
I get a little closer. I got you.
Yeah, we got a special guest today, man. Special guest. So, how you doing? That's what I'm about. How's life going?
Man, hey, you know, we're getting through it.
Yeah.
To it, you know what I'm saying? Pressing the grind every day, trying to get there.
Yes, sir.
Trying to be there for you. Make sure we make you have a better day. That's what God's told us. Trying to get you through the hard times, get you to a better day.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yes, sir.
So what's on your mind today, my brother?
I got a few questions.
You got a few questions.
I want to ask you, but the first one I ask you is, what's the most important thing that you try to teach your own children?
I feel like I can answer that too.
Yeah,
because it's important. Man. It's important.
Just like I did with you guys, man. All the years I've known you, I've always tried to push the issues first off. You know, self-responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You know, be responsible for your actions and make sure that you live up to the best of your ability. Don't accept less from yourself or anybody around you. And I think, you know, that's one of the big issues, man. Is young people don't want to accept responsibility. Responsibility goes a long way. It also helps you with relationships, helps you on your job. Accepting responsibility don't mean you're a punk. Accepting responsibility means that you're man enough to understand what you do right and wrong.
Right.
That's one of the biggest issues. So I always teach my children, you know, the only way you can respect yourself is respect others and accept responsibility for your actions.
True that. That's what makes a man.
That's
what make a man. That's what I'm learning every day now.
You know, men. No disrespect to anybody, but you know, men don't come because what you carry around every day as a tool. Man, that makes you a male. Mm-hmm. Being a man is accept responsibility for your actions, making provisions to be a better person in this world and impact to change things around you. That's when you become a man.
Taking care of business.
Yes, sir. That's what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
A lot of young men hadn't been taught how to be a man. You've been taught how to be a male.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this, I've always told my son from the beginning, ever since he's been old enough to understand, don't just worry about being a male. That's how you're born. Get yourself to being a man about it by being a good person, setting responsibility, and making good decisions that impact others. Mm-hmm. And if you do that, then you can always say you're a man. Making babies don't make you a man. Yeah. Makes you pay child support. I think a lot of people got it confused. They walk around with 10, 15 babies. They figure I'm a man. No, it made you a full male with a lot of babies.
What's the thing you be saying over there, man? Some make you a dad, but some else make you a father. What you be saying? It's the difference between a father and a dad.
I ain't gonna lie, I forgot that was so long ago. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you.
But I will tell you this, as young people, I never put anybody down. I have children before I married the woman I'm with now, and I think they'll all tell you the same thing about it. You know, once you have a responsibility of a child, you must be a man in order to help teach them how to be responsible. If you do not do the right thing as a man, then you've taught another person how just to be on this world and be dependent on society and everybody else. You have a responsibility when you make a child in this world, because you're going to be judged by that as well as the child going to be judged by that. So, you know, if you make a child, don't walk away from your responsibility. There's no shame in having a child. The shame is when you don't do the right thing and take care of your responsibility. That's the shame.
That right there is the difference between the dad and the father.
Yeah.
You explained it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had my first child when I was 19, brother, and I never stopped.
Ooh.
I got to talk. I understand technology, my brother. I appreciate that.
I appreciate
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like I said before, difference between a father and a dad is a dad shows up. Father just pays child support. You know, dad's the man that's there when you can call on him. That makes a difference.
Support system.
Yeah, support system.
Mentally, physically, all that.
That's it. That's it.
And speaking.
Yeah,
Definitely.
speaking. Yeah. So what's up? What's your next question? You want to shoot something at me? I got you today.
You asking me. I had another question because all of us are self-driven young men. You see us trying to get out of life and do things. So,
Right.
Do you got any advice for us personally? Because you know what we into and what we get into. Do you got any advice for us personally? Anything you want to see us pertain to more, or whatever the case may be, that might help us out that we can't see for our own self?
As far as achieving your goals?
Yeah, achieving goals and stuff like that. Yeah.
First off, I give honor to all of you guys. I've known you for years. You've shown me a lot of maturity over the years, and you're growing as young men, and you're setting responsibilities. I would say to you, all of you, whatever that dream is that you're looking for, set a goal to get there. If you shoot it from the hip, it takes you twice as long to get there. Sit down and figure out what you really, really want at your age now. When you get to be my age, you'll accomplish that and more. So I say to all of you, whatever that goal is, because I can't judge you for whatever that you want your end goal to be, but what I can do is support you to get there. And I think that's the main thing, is that's figuring out where you want to be and making a plan, staying focused, sacrificing, and then when that thing materializes, you'll be sitting on top. And that's the main issue. Stay focused and don't give up on your dream. That's the main thing. Even if you get a setback, just because you have a setback don't mean that you can't accomplish your dream. Just got to stay on the grind.
Minor setback for a major comeback.
That's right. Minor setback for a major comeback, and that's the real issue. Is if you start small, you gain a little inch every day on whatever your goal is. You know what I'm saying? And in a few years, that goal is gonna be right there at you. You can be able to touch it. But if you never make that step, you're never gonna get it. So that's the main issue, man. Just keep on grinding, and staying focused on life. Set your goals and keep accomplishing that. And I'll be here to support you. I'll be here to give you a hug when you need it, and you fall down, I'll pick you up, and we keep rolling.
You know,
with
I'll
it.
be hurting, man. I need a hug every now and then.
One thing about me, though, brother, you know me, I'm going to give you all the support I can.
Yeah.
I'll feed you if nothing else. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
oh God.
Telling you.
Hey, look. That's all I need. All I need, man. Is just a little support, man. It go a long way. I hope it don't go unnoticed, but I know you and Mama Cat know that we love and appreciate y'all just as much as we love our own parents and appreciate them. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah.
Me personally, man, love you, man. I appreciate
I love all you boys. You know what I'm saying?
Do for me, man.
I tell you this right here, gentlemen, and anyone out there who's listening. At the end of the day, man, I've always told these young men that surround themselves with me that I want to be there. So everybody needs somebody. Real dad, stepdad, family neighbor. I mean, if you got somebody that gives you support and willing to listen and help you gain where you need to be, I think that's who you need to focus on. Don't let a deadbeat dad or a mom that don't care about you stop you from getting where you need to be in life. That's a minor setback. That's a minor setback in life. You know, the main issues that you hear. When you get here, you can find the goal. You just got to stay focused. Keep it moving. And I know that sounds crazy that people say, oh, well, you never had it that way. Hey, I grew up broke. You know what I'm saying? I think I told my son, I grew up broke, tin roof house, chickens under the floor. You can see them clucking and hear them at night, pigs in the front yard. All of that made me who I am. And I made sure that I don't forget where I come from. No matter how high I go or no matter what I do in the business life, I always look back and say, you know, if I can't help somebody come up, I sure enough ain't gonna tear them down.
Respect it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You've been around for a little minute.
Couple days.
Yeah,
couple days.
Couple days, couple nights.
Yeah, couple nights.
In your opinion, what has changed in men over the years that you notice? Like, just it could be like anything.
men, I think there's so many men that's undercover and don't know how to be a real man. And,
True that. Amen to that.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen to that.
That just
Amen
being
to
real.
that. Amen to that. Had to be said.
So you know what I'm saying? So if you want me to be real with you, man, because I'm a real man, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no shame in who I am.
Yeah.
I've been in a lot of relationships that have failed. I've been in good relationships that's still good. But I say this to you, young man. If you're real with yourself, if you're in the closet, come out. Be a real man, tell who you are. If you're a real man, be a real man. Let them know that you're not in the closet. Mm-hmm. And I think over the time that I think a lot of men who are true afraid to say the truth, and some men who are in the closet and don't want to be a man or want to be bisexual or whatever, I don't judge, because at the end of the day, that's entirely up to you. But if you're in the closet, come out.
Be honest.
Be honest with yourself. Be honest with your lady that you with that got 3 kids and a man on the side. You know, you need to drop one of the two. You can't be both places. So, you know, what's changed is just real men being real men. That's just being real about it. You know, I think a lot of people have a hard time understanding what that means. You can't be a real man sleeping with a woman and a man.
Right.
You know,
It's just
and
fact
ain't no
about it.
judgment there.
I say it's fact about it.
You know what I mean? But a real man step up to the plate and be a real man. A real man accept responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a real man don't ask somebody to tote his load. You tote your own load. That's what we come for. We're kings before God's eyesight, but we're also servants under God's word. So we got to be what we got to be. Mm-hmm. So that's probably the biggest thing is a lot of real men stop being real men, and they're afraid to say when they're not.
100%. I agree.
Now that's a little harsh. That's a little harsh.
It's the reality of the
I
world.
like that. I like that. You can't hear me sugarcoating that. I like that.
You got people that's just real uncomfortable with just being honest about stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just the honesty of it, man.
Well,
there's nothing. I ain't gonna say. Well, we not gonna. There's nothing wrong with it. If that's what you do. That's what you do.
Well,
I told y'all before.
Yeah.
We do not hate the LGBT.
Yeah.
Oh no. Listen.
Yeah, ain't none of that sort. But it's just
Listen,
that when you're dealing with other people, like you just said, you can have a wife, kid. Like you gotta understand, man. It's not just about you when you got other people involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta be honest about things, man.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'll say this to you, and it is just being real. I think so many people have a hard time who are trapped in between two different worlds because they're afraid of what people are going to say, or they're afraid, how people are going to look at them. Me dealing with that issue in my family, with that issue, is that I just say, I'm going to accept you for who you are. I'm gonna be the same person to you, whether you identify yourself as she, it, him, cat, dog, whatever. But at the same token is, if you expect me to respect you in that matter, then you got to be willing to accept what reality of life is to people around you. Everybody's not going to love you for who you are. And I've always told y'all that. Everybody's not going to love you for being true. Mm-hmm. But I think when you become true to yourself, it allows you to be more comfortable within your own skin. And the problem is with the world today is I think everybody's afraid to just be real. If you're real with yourself first, then you could be real with everybody else in the world. And a lot of issue people tell me all the time is, a lot of people say, man, I don't like Gause. I don't like who he is. Well, I'm real. If I love you, I love you. If I don't, I don't. But there ain't no inside, ain't no in between. I mean, I'm not going to go around and sugarcoat it and kiss you and one step and then look behind you and say, I hate that Negro. I know I don't do that. Mm-hmm. If I like you, I like you. I'm going to tell you I love you. And if I don't like you, I'm staying away from you. I'm getting out your way.
Yeah.
And I think if more people be real with it like that, we'll be better off as a world.
Right.
Because I think you respect the person more for that, will you not?
Yeah, most definitely. I much rather that because that's consistent. And
then you know who to trust, who to love, and you know when you need to get away.
Yeah.
Because if a man not being real with you, don't know if he's going to stab in your back or he's going to be there for you. So, if you're real true, I always told you guys, when y'all packing, when we out there together and we're running this game, what I would tell you, hey, first off, look out for each other. Mm-hmm. Well, you don't know if a man going to look out for you if he ain't being real.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, some snakes.
Yeah.
Some snakes out there.
It's also snakes out there, man. They sneaking around, sliding around. You didn't know who you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just be real. Be real. People, be real with yourself first. And if you be real with yourself first, everybody else can be real with you too. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So speaking to a business owner in yourself, what would you say to someone trying to start up their own business? What advice would you have for them?
What advice would I have for a person starting his own business? First off, as I was talking to Youngblood here yesterday, the first step in my opinion to getting where you need to be with self-wealth is you got to get to control yourself as far as your spending and how you build your credit. You know, credit is a very big issue. If you don't believe it's a very big issue, look at Credit Karma and all the other places on TV that's telling you check your credit every day, you know, this and other, because they want to make you realize that that's how you really judge in this life. And, you know, that's designed by the white society that we live in. Well, it's not a handshake anymore. It's about what your numbers look like. So I would say this, first off, in order to build your credit, to get to be a entrepreneur, an honest businessman, I ain't talking about nobody on the street. I'm talking about somebody who run a legitimate business that pay Uncle Sam his taxes
LCs,
and those type of things. You know what I'm saying? And do your INCs and the LLCs. These people I'm talking to. First off, get your credit in line. Try to build your credit the best that you can. Start with a small credit card, like I was telling you yesterday. If you get out there a little bit and get yourself extended, get a little bit of credit debt, contact your credit people. Tell them, listen, I'm a little bit behind. Help me out. I'm trying to get on my feet. Work out a payment plan with them. Don't walk away from your payment obligations. That'll get you behind faster than anything. It takes 10 years to build your credit back when you get in a hole. So don't just think that it's a little Mickey Mouse, something you bought from somebody on your credit report. No, you need to solve that. Work out a payment plan, get it expunged, get back on your feet. As a small businessman, you know, set your standards high, create a plan, and have goals to get to certain points in it. You can't do it all at once. You can't climb the mountain in one day. So, you know, if you want to start a plan, figure out what you want to do. That's number one. Set your business plan. Have your goals that you want to reach in a certain amount of time. I want to do this within the first year. I want to do this within the second year. Make sure you have your goals set so you don't lose focus. And if you do not make it within that time frame, you can't give up. You know, don't give up on the dream that you've created within your mind. The only person that knows where you're going with it is you. I'm 20 years into my business. I think my son will tell you that, you know, we're gaining new customers every day, and it's about reputation. One thing about black business owners, and I think all of you guys can testify to this, sometimes black business owners create less of a standard than what we expect for ourselves. In other words, we say we're a black business owner, but yet we don't invest money into our company. We want to look good in our personal vehicles, but then our work vehicles look like trash. You know, we have a nightclub. We can't go to Broadway at the beach the same way we go to a nightclub in the country. We go out here in the neighborhood, we got to go to a bathroom that's half standard, toilets falling through the floor, paint falling off the walls. We can't go to a black business establishment and have an upstanding business because we don't invest our money back into our business. We spend more money riding around in Mercedes and BMWs than we do making our business look like something. So if you want to say that you want to run a black business and you want to do the right thing, I would say to you, first off, when you get to the top, don't forget where you come from. And once you get to the top, reinvest and make sure you bring somebody else with you. That's the main thing. Don't forget where you come from. And a lot of people say that come with attitude. Hey, if you don't have an attitude, you're never going to conquer.
Gotta have confidence, man.
Gotta have confidence. People call it cocky. I call it confidence.
Big difference.
Big difference. Well, that's how you perceive it, too, now. If you're jealous, brother, you're going to look at a man who's growing and say he's cocky. But if you're another brother who want to see somebody prosper in life, you'd be like, I like that guy's game because he's aggressive. It's a different way of looking at it. Crab syndrome will make you think different ways.
That's true.
Yeah, so if you don't have the...
Y'all ain't even hear what he just said. He said crab syndrome. Y'all boys ain't listening. What crabs doing in the bucket? So I'm trying to get out to do what? Pull them down. Y'all boys not listening. You dropping juice.
So crab syndrome. Let me explain to you how I feel about crab syndrome so we all know where we're coming from.
Talk to me.
Jealousy. First off, let's back up. The white man has always taught us how to destroy each other. And the first thing he taught us how to do was tell on each other and hold each other down in the bucket. Because when you see a brother trying to climb out, working his butt off, working 2 jobs, struggling every day trying to feed his family, first thing you want to do, you want to call him a drug dealer, talk about how bad he doing, instead of saying, hey, man, let me give you a hustle as well, pay you good for doing your job. No, we're going to pull him down because we're going to talk bad about him. We're going to try to make him substandard. You know what I mean? We ain't going to try to help him get up. So, what we need to be doing as black people is that because we are kings, we are the people who built America. We're the ones who make it work. Without us, this world would be lost. But yet our control is within our minds. We allow people to control our minds that stop us from becoming who we are. So if we stop pulling each other down, quit criticizing, instead of you get somebody in the crowd go, man, I don't like that dude, man. Let's don't listen to that podcast, man. Them cats ain't this, ain't that. Instead of them just saying, hey, man, these cats getting better every day. They're working at it. They're getting real issues that make a difference in our lives. We need to pay them some attention, give them a little praise. That's where we need to be as people. Uplifting instead of destroying.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Think about this area, man. They hate a lot around this area.
Well, let me tell you something about hate. Hate, first off, that's not accepting responsibility. Real men, real women don't have to hate in order to be on top. We on top just because of who we are. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, when they're hating, they're just loving you, man. If they hating you, they ain't got time to hate nobody else.
True.
Just figure that you the punching bag that can handle it.
True.
And let them do what they do. Let them go ahead and punch on you a little bit. You keep on climbing. They make you stronger and give them less time to climb on somebody else. So take the hatred as a gift.
I take it as a compliment.
It's a compliment, baby. I always done it. I always tell people when they go to hating on me, hey, I love it. Yeah. I love it when you hate me because you ain't got time to hate nobody else.
After being in business with you for for what? I've been in there for 3-4 years now. Yeah. I just see that hate is just something that's making me feel like I'm doing something right.
Well, yeah. If you're not being hated, that means if you're not being hated, you're not doing something right. If you being hated, that means somebody jealous of you and you doing the right thing and you prospering. So take it as being, hey, I'm the guy that God put in place to take this little bit of hatred. I'm going to keep climbing. That way that person who's hating me can't hate nobody else. He ain't got time on me.
Focus on me.
Yeah, you can carry him. You know what I mean? Told him because you're strong. You're the man, right? You a man. You can carry him.
Exactly.
Carry him on your back. Keep it moving.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Did I answer your question, though, about self-wealth, about what the business is? Okay, I hope that's fine.
It don't cost nothing to show a nigga love. It don't cost nothing to show a nigga love.
People wobbly. The rest of them peasants. When you ain't in the kingdom, you're a peasant. We in the kingdom, man. Yeah. We ain't got to worry about it. We in the kingdom.
What you got, Ray?
All right, I ain't got a question. I don't got a question, but I do want to say this to you. Since the numerous years I know you, I really want to thank you for everything. Giving me a chance. That's giving me a chance with everything that we done did together. Like AAU, being here, helping you with a lot of stuff. I appreciate all the advice. I need a lot more, and I will love a lot more. Yeah. But I really appreciate you for all that. Yeah. And I appreciate you for always keeping us around, because you could have just kicked us to the curb, but you never did that. We always welcome here. We're welcome to stay here if we need to, and we know that. And I just want to thank you a lot, man. I want to thank all y'all.
Hey, man, I appreciate that.
You know, just appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
man. I love you, man.
Much love for you, baby. Much love for you. You know what I'm saying? You're always on my side. What's up? I ain't what you live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, before I go, man, I just want to say something to everyone. I got a lot of things going on, man. In the community wise, I like what you guys are doing with young people. In the fall of this coming year, hopefully by the spring, I would like to. We're gonna start a youth group. Mm-hmm. Youth, young men, young women, whoever, don't matter to me. We're gonna meet once a month. We haven't figured out yet all the dynamics of it and everything, man. But we're gonna meet once a month with the same type of atmosphere you have here. I want you guys to kind of help me head this thing.
Gotcha.
I want y'all to think about it. Maybe we're gonna invite a few people in, have dinner together, and we're gonna talk about what's on your mind.
Gotcha.
And as a group, because I know there's a lot of people out there who's suffering a little bit with things, you know. And I went off hard today when it came down to just, you know, with the LGBTQ community. No. We love people of all genders, and I think that there's a lot of men who need to be real. There's a lot of women who trying to be real, and I think there's a lot of issues that your generation of people need to talk about. And I know y'all don't have a lot of places to talk. And I think over the years that we've all been together as a group and loving each other, that we always can talk about anything.
Most definitely.
And I think I've shown you guys that because, you know, I'm one of those dads that
comfortable.
yeah,
Keep it real with
I
you.
come real with you.
Yeah.
About females, about finances, about each other.
Yeah.
You know, just whatever. Because, you know, man, but the thing about that is, man, it's that community raising has changed over the years. You know, people say, oh, I don't want you to, just don't say nothing to my kid, or back in the day, don't spank my kid. That's my kid. Hey, now I say this. I say your kids, all our kids, because y'all our future.
Right.
You know, in a few years, old man like me, OG, gonna be on the sideline saying, you know, take the baton and run with it.
Yeah.
But if I don't ever teach you how to run with it, you ain't gonna be able to get with it.
Talk it.
Yeah. So we need to sit down as young people with some old dudes with gray hair like me, bald on the top, and help you guys get to the next level so we can be proud of each other. So I want to invite all you guys to keep listening up for that. Give a little feedback. And if you if you really interested in trying to make a difference in your own life and you think you need a little bit of guidance or somebody to talk to, I want you to get with us, get with it, and let's try to make it happen.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
You know I'm here.
You know we
I
gonna
got you. You got to worry about it. You know I'm here.
And I think I'll appreciate you guys, man, because
Yes,
you know what, whether you guys realize it or not, man, we've been together now, you know, over
Damn near a
Over a
decade.
decade.
Yeah, but shit.
Longer than a decade, honestly.
Hey, if you think about it, you started that for us though.
Yeah, I started
Yeah.
I got you guys, man, when y'all were 9 and 10 years old.
Yeah.
You know, y'all a
Rec
couple
league.
days older now.
Yeah, man.
Rec league used to be hooping.
Yeah, people don't
Played on the
realize,
Bulls
man.
with that boy right there. I played on
This
the
was
Bulls
the
with him.
coach right here, man. North Strand Ballers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really love young people, man, and I think a lot of us as old dudes need to spend a little more time teaching you young guys how you need to be and how you help you get there. I think in our society we become a little selfish now to not want to share what's real, and so I'm asking you guys to take a few minutes out of your time this fall and come join us for a couple sessions. And if you don't like it, at least you got a good full stomach. And if you do love it, you invite somebody else the next time you come, and they'll have a full stomach too. And we're not going to talk about issues I want to talk about. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to open the floor and segments to whatever you need, and hope that'll make a difference in your life. We're going to have some numbers for counselors, free counseling that you can call if you have a problem, need to talk to somebody. We're going to have counselors that are going to be there on site. And if you got a problem you talk about, we're going to have that spiritually. We're going to have that socially. And we want to show some type of brotherhood among each other, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I hope you invite me back again. And hope I wasn't too boring for you guys.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
You always welcome back.
Yeah, so
Always welcome.
maybe we'll get back together one more time. And when we get ready to kick this show, this little show off we're going to do, and see if I can get some of your followers to make sure they come on out and spend some time with us.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? All right, man. I appreciate your
Hey,
time, and much
appreciate
love
you
for
being
you.
here,
And,
dude.
Appreciate
we'll
you.
see you soon.
That's
Yes, sir.
Mr. James Gause himself, special guest.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Son
very
of
much.
death, man. Thank you for being here, my boy.
He a
Second
son.
son from another mother.
Yeah. Talk to me.
Man,
Talk to me.
Hey, I thank you guys. Y'all have a great day.
Crazy. My own city don't like me, and I can't tell you why these young niggas hate me. Same niggas I grew up with, they be the ones who diss me on the